pressure. So we have our signs. Should that be an open or closed dot?
Open.
Closed.
Open. Close.
Open.
I don't know what you guys want me to write.
Open.
It should be open. Okay, and then this one should be what?
Oh, that's why.
Closed.
That's the wrong one.
Closed. Okay, our ands. What does and do? We got and or. What does and do?
It goes together.
Yeah, ands go in, and ors do what?
Go out.
Ors go out.
What?
Okay, so, and that will make more sense, especially if you come to school more frequently, but you'll just have to wait and see. Oh, the anticipation. Okay, so, we're given two inequalities, so we can write these down separate. So I got 7b plus 2 less than or equal to negative 47. And then my second equation says 4 minus 4b is less than or equal to negative 20. Okay, we're going to solve these individually. So, let me just scoot this back. Okay, so what do I move first?
The 2.
Minus 2 on both sides. Okay, so I got 7b is less than or equal to negative 49. What's my last step always?
Divide.
Divide. Okay, do we need to flip our sign?
No, because you ain't divide or multiply by that negative.
Okay, how do I know? But the 40, my answer is negative 7. So how do I know if I need to flip the sign?
Look at the denominator.
Look at the denominator. So, Mr. Bellinger, you were not here yesterday. So if this bottom number that we're dividing by is a negative, we have to flip the sign. So instead of going this way, we would go that way. Okay, so we don't need to flip the sign, so it's going to continue to go the same way. Okay, the next one we will have to flip the sign, so you'll be able to see. Okay, so on this one, we subtract 4, subtract 4. So we have negative 4b is less than or equal to negative 24. And what's my last step?
Divide.
Divide by negative 4.
You switch the sign.
Okay, so Bellinger, see how this one is negative on the bottom? We divided by that negative. So when we multiply or divide by a
Why do
negative,
you have to flip the sign if you divide by negative?
so then we have to turn it this way.
This seems very confusing.
It's not.
I'm not. Don't.
Okay, and then we're ready to graph them. So find the negative 7. And should it be open or closed?
Close.
Closed. Going which way?
To the right.
To the left.
Oh, to the left.
Okay, and then the 6, positive 6, is going to be open or closed?
There's 2 of them now?
Yep.
Close.
It's going to be closed, and it's going which way?
The right.
The right. And so this is what I meant, Mr. Bellinger, by ors go out. See how both of them are pointed out away from each other? The ands are going to go in. Okay, so it's just like, don't get hung up on the fact that there's 2, because the other day we had 1. It's just 2 problems in 1. Graph them, solve it separately, graph it separately. Solve it separately, graph it separately. Okay, they just get graphed on the same one. It's the only difference. Okay, and then flip the sign. Okay, so if we look at 12, I got 12m plus 3. Okay, how do we write the second one? Because these ones don't have a word separating it. Okay, it's going to be m plus 3 is 11. Okay, so today it's going to be important. So the trick only works, right, with the arrow if the letter is where? See how you guys can remember. So if the letter is on the left, you can do the cheater way and say, oh, well, my arrow is pointed this way, so my line should be pointed this way. Okay, that only works if the letter's on the left. If you did it backwards, Dante or Rhonda, I said it all in one, okay, then your step isn't going to work, okay, because I know you guys usually work ahead, which is fine. Okay, so we need to move the numbers to the right and the letters to the left. So the 12, is that a number or a letter?
A number.
It's a number, so it needs moved. Do I put it under the M or the 3?
The 3.
The 3. Okay, and I need to move the M too, so instead I'm gonna say minus 1M, minus 1M. It's gotta go on this side. Okay, so then these M's are gonna cancel. Now I got negative 1M, and then I'm gonna get negative 9. And what's my last step?
Divide.
Divide.
And you switch the sign.
Okay, and I know some of you guys, some teachers would argue to just move the 3 over, but then you actually have to read the inequality, and that poses a problem. Okay, and then if you want to read it the opposite way, then you got to start moving it around, and it doesn't work very well for you guys. So we're gonna get M is 9. Okay, but this one you don't need to move the letter or anything. Why?
I have no clue.
It's already on the left. Okay, the letter's on the left side, so we don't need to move the letter. So we can just move the 3.
Normally this class is so easy for me. I don't know why.
Because you keep missing school. Like, let's.
This alone is just difficult to understand.
I know, but if you don't miss school, then it's not that bad to understand.
This is 8.
It is 8. I'm sorry. Okay, so, you're just gonna have to follow along, Bellinger, and then I'll try to help you. So, this should be a closed dot, and which way should it be pointed?
The right and left.
The left. Okay, the 8 should be an open dot, pointed which way?
The right.
The right. So where is it crossed twice? Is this going to be an and or an or?
And.
It is an and, okay? Because we can see that this one crossed this one and this one crossed this one. So what your solution should really look like is just this. Oh, I erased all of it. It's just going to be from 9 and then 8, okay? Because your lines overlap. So if you want to draw like a line on top and a line on bottom and then fill it in like where they double cross, if they never double cross, then it's going to be an or, okay? Just back some.